Alright, is it working now? Did I fix it? Come on, please say I fixed it. Please say it's live. Please say it's working. Come on. It's gotta work this time. Yes, I think I got it. I think I got it. Come on, guys. How about now? Is it working now? Yes, it's working. I got it fixed. Oh, I just made a huge mistake when I was streaming for 10 minutes. I did not realize it, but at least I caught this issue. Okay. Anyways, guys, I don't even know what's been captured for this video, but I'm just going to introduce you guys again. Welcome to Monday Night Madden, episode 3, and I fixed the stream. What happened was, every time you stream on YouTube, you have to go on your XSplit, and you have to enter a special set of settings every time, and I forgot to do it this time. I thought I already did it, but I apparently did not, and it just took me a few minutes for that to hit me, and then I just went in and fixed it. So, no more scare. Monday Night Madden is here, guys. I wasn't taunting you guys. I wasn't just faking the stream or anything. I just had a brain fart. But guess what? Hope you guys are ready for some football. 'Cause I am. Alright, I'm glad it's working now, guys, because I was looking forward to this stream. I played some games to get ready for it. And so, MrHurriicane community, get in there and let's play some Madden tonight. A lot of comments and a thumbs up on one particular comment, anyways, on a comment on my video today saying that they want to see MUT and Tank Tucker, so perhaps we'll see some Ultimate Team and some Tank Tucker. Although I've done some Ultimate Team stuff since I posted the last episode, so you guys will probably see some players that I have not showed before, but that's alright, who cares. We're going to be going into the action here pretty soon as I get the link out again, because now everything is working the way it should have been in the first place, and hopefully that's a mistake that I don't make again. Just gonna get a link out to Twitter and Facebook. Get in the MrHurriicane community, everybody, if you want to play some football tonight against me. And I'm #1 in the community right now. I've played a ton of games in it, so anyone wants to knock me off my high horse. 149 people watching, oh my. You should get not as fan. I love to have more people in the stream, actually. Once I get my settings figured out and everything, Smalls has to be in it. I definitely would want not as fan in here. I've been on his streams many times, and it's just nice to have someone there so someone can kind of focus more on the gameplay and someone can relay questions and messages and whatnot. So it's cool to have tag team partners and stuff in here. Monday Night Madden is live. Link that out on Twitter, and now we head on over to the Facebook. And so, guys, be sure to have your football questions ready, because I'm ready to answer. Although I don't think it's been a quiet last week or two in the NFL, if I remember correctly. I mean, the Saints bounties being denied is what went down today. Other than that, we can talk about some NFL draft talk, as that's under 3 weeks to go. I am stoked, guys. I am absolutely stoked for that. I want to get a bunch of videos out when that comes, and I have a lot of things planned. Monday Night Madden is live. As I will get into the community right now, and you can see here my record, 28-15, ranked #1 in the community. Not a great record, but still #1, so hopefully I have a good night tonight on Madden. I've been kind of struggling as of late, but the last couple of games I picked it up the pace a little bit. Are you on a hot streak? No. Right now I'd say I'm not hot, I'm not cold. I'm lukewarm. I'm like 70 degrees. Like 65 degrees. Why does it say Chargers with a horse? That's my community logo. Don't you like it? That's my shield. I think that's cool. Old school Chargers with a bolt on it and a horse. Looks like we're going to the Roman Coliseum. But anyways, guys, Cam Newton Show sent me a message, and I believe he is ready to go. I did not read his message because as soon as I went to go check it is when I had that epiphany. I might not be able to play today. If this was a stream you're planning to play, I can play you in the next in MUT or in your second game. If not, maybe next stream. Alright guys, I'm not playing Cam Newton Show right now, but I'm glad he got around to me right now. That is a cool logo. Thank you, sir. Or ma'am. Or if you don't have it, gender. But anyways, guys, I believe I am ready to go for the stream. When are you going to play SSX? If you're talking about a live stream, I just got to get like a time where I'm just going to play whatever the viewers want to play, because usually my streams are planned, they're specialized, and I haven't done SSX streams. So soon, guys, but let's go. Community matches inbound. Let's play some football. I've been watching the Twins play this week, and they're 0-3. Could be 0-4 after tonight. I got to see a victory from a Minnesota team, or at least me. So animated market looks like is my first game here. Is it true that Percy Harvin is having minor shoulder surgery? Yes, that was confirmed by him on Twitter. It's Twitter official. It's minor, and he should be back by OTAs, he says. The Detroit Lions, huh? Well, I'm going to play as the team that I was playing well with earlier, and that is the Kansas City Chiefs. I like this roster. I like this team. Chiefs against the Lions. His first game as of the night. Detroit Tigers 3-0. They're going to be a tough team. I don't see Minnesota hanging with them this year in the Central. $197 viewers. That's awesome. I'm glad you guys enjoy this. Oh, someone almost didn't remind me. I have to capture. The screen is black right now because I had to hit the capture button on my PVR. But no worries, we're back in action. Do the rosters change today? The rosters won't change until Madden 13. So Ford Field. And I never realized how close the baseball stadium was. I mean, that's really close. Just across the street. Wearing the black jerseys, the alternates. Did you just say Detroit Tigers? I hope I didn't call the Lions the Tigers. Do you like the new Nike uniforms? I do. Will Cowboys draft Fletcher Cox or Mark Barron? From what I've seen in mock drafts, it looks like they could go for Mark Barron, but I think this is a weak year for safeties, so I don't know. I don't think Mark Barron would fall in the second round, but they do need safety help. I mean, I can't remember who all they had. I mean, they've had Abram Elam, and I forget who their other safety was, but definitely getting that safety play shored up is what the Cowboys need to do. One of their priorities. But I know what I want to do with this team because I made the same adjustments last time. Baldwin there, Breston in the slot. McCluster is going to be my fourth wide receiver. And I think my right tackle needs to be switched. Yeah, whatever. And linebacker, I went with Justin Houston, Derek Johnson, Tamba Hali, who's my second one, Jovan Belcher. Alright, I played with two teams today, so I gotta remember what all the moves I gotta make are. But for the most part, I think this team is pretty much set. And then I always like having McCluster return. Definitely Dexter McCluster. And my third down back is Dexter McCluster. So I'm just going to go do my defensive assignments now and make sure I got, first of all, Brandon Flowers. He did a good job covering Larry Fitzgerald in the game I played earlier. You guys might see that one on my channel. And then Burleson and Young. Who do I got to worry about more? Speed versus route running. I'm going to go with Burleson. He's actually faster. I never thought of Burleson as really all that fast, even when he played for the Vikings. But He was, of course, drafted by the Vikings to be the successor of Randy Moss. Who do you think the Eagles will draft this year? I like to see him take Luke Kuechly in the first round. They need linebacker. Well, they did get D'Amico Ryans, so maybe they won't take Kuechly. That was an absolute steal they got, though. Third rounder for D'Amico Ryans. Why don't you just give him away? Alright. Who do you think the Packers will take in the first round? I think they should take the best defensive end available, but the Packers are a team that kind of goes BPA. They'll simply take the best talent. So, I don't know. Like, they drafted Randall Cobb very early last year. They do a very good job with their drafts, so I'm sure they're going to be able to get better in some area. And this early, oh my god! He's battering into Calvin's hands. He don't need help. The dude's Megatron. You don't got to help him out. First play. First play. That's what happens. Will this end before WWE Raw? Yeah, because I'm going to be watching WWE Raw. Of course, it's a Monday ritual for me. It's going to be very busy for me come football season with Monday Night Madden, Monday Night Raw, Monday Night Football. Alright, so 1st and 10, and the handoff goes to Javid Best, and Donald Washington can't quite get him, but other people will. So 7-yard gain for Javid Best. Who do you think the Texans will draft? Kendall Hunter. They need to take a wide receiver in the first round. Kevin Walters not number 2. Jacoby Jones is not a better second option, basically. So Kendall Hunter, Stephen Hill, somebody. Well, for the Texans, I was a Texas fan. I kind of want Kendall Hunter. You already have a guy that's kind of like Stephen Hill, and Kendall Hunter. Actually, didn't he have a low 40 time? Patriots, I've seen them take Kuechly or a linebacker. They have to draft defense, I think. Draft defense first, like 5 rounds. You can't have some of the players they had play, although they do make do with less talent quite often. And that's one of the things I love about the Patriots. First down, Javid Best. What would happen if Calvin Johnson gets injured? Perhaps we'd see what Matt Stafford can do with Titus Young, Nate Burleson, Maurice Stovall. Who are their other receivers? Stafford's a great quarterback, though. He flew way under the radar last year with the years like Rodgers and Breezes were having. So Stafford, I think he's going to be good if he can stay healthy. He's got the best receiver in the league to help him out. Kendall Hunter is a running back for the 49ers. Did I say something wrong? Kendall Wright. Kendall Wright. Yeah, I was talking to my friend earlier and I made that same mistake. So, Kendall Wright, not Kendall Hunter. RG3's favorite target. Oh, Kelly Gregg has got right through, and at least it's an incomplete pass. What if the Vikings trade the pick? If they do trade it, I'd still like them to see them get either Jonathan Martin or Riley Rafe, because I still think a left tackle is an incredible need. But also, you could also get a guy like Kendall Hunter or a good receiver if that's what they did. But I really want them to take Matt Khalil. Who do you think the Browns will draft? A lot of the mocks and stuff I've been hearing says they're not going to go with Tannehill. And I just don't know what to think with the Browns. I mean, they need a receiver. So, Blackman, I would personally say Blackman in the first round if I'm Mike Holmgren. Is Alshon Jeffrey a good fit? You didn't say a team. Do you think Ryan Tannehill is overrated? No, I think he's just going to be picked way too high because he's a converted quarterback. He's just the 3rd ranked quarterback in the draft. And it just so happens that the other 2 quarterbacks are great and are going to go 1-2, meaning other teams that need a quarterback might have to try to trade down if they want to actually get Ryan Tannehill at a more realistic and reasonable pick. Otherwise, someone's going to have to reach if they want him that bad. I mean, I haven't seen the guy play, so I can't really make a valid opinion on him. but I think he's going to go ahead of a lot of other players. Not a lot of other quarterbacks. Well, he will go a lot of other quarterbacks. I mean, there's going to be some decent options, at least later in the draft, like Osweiler, Foles, and Russell Wilson. I mean, I think Tannehill is going to be reached. So I'll have to YouTube some stuff, yeah, like someone just said. Hand off to Charles, my first play. Jamal Charles, very fast. I like using running backs like him. Of course everybody does. Oh, the Pats have 2 first-round draft picks? That's right. I say you go defense with both of them. Stephon Gilmore, Luke Kuechly. That's an immediate upgrade. Or Mark Barron, Luke Kuechly. I mean, I'm not sure what their actual picks are, but well, Trent Richardson go in the draft, probably top 10. If I'm the Buccaneers, I don't know. Actually, I was talking with the Buccaneers. I think they should go Trent Richardson if they get the opportunity. But Morris Claiborne is another attractive selection. Even though Wonderlic scores have been all the rage lately with him. And here's Jamal Charles as he is gone 69 yards. Who do you think the Jets will draft? Who did I see mocked to him that I thought was a really good fit? Melvin Ingram? From what I've been hearing, they want to get a rush linebacker in the 3-4 system, and I definitely agree to help get pressure. And if you can get really good pressure and you have the secondary, well, if you have Revis, I don't talk about Cromartie because I think he's extremely overrated. I think he's about as good as Terrence Newman, maybe a little bit more consistent, but they're both very inconsistent and overrated cornerbacks, in my opinion anyways. Who do you think is a hidden gem in this draft class? I'm so more in tune with the NCAA this year and the actual draft picks. Like, I'm pretty sure I will know the first 4 players of the Vikings draft, all the way until round 4. I'll probably know the guys' names, probably know some of their measurables and their physical attributes, but I just have to think a little bit. I mean, there's a lot of players I think are going to be good players, but I think everybody thinks that before the NFL draft hits. What team is hard for the Vikings to play? Lions. Scroll. I want to read that question. What team is hard for the Vikings to play? Lions or Bears or Packers in the NFC? I gotta go with the Packers. Gotta go with the Green Bay Packers. They're the only ones out of those. I mean, the other guys, yeah, they're in the division, but I consider the Packers to be actual rivals, like big time. I mean, the other 2 are good teams, and they're definitely division rivals, but when I think of rivals, the only thing I like concern myself with the Vikings is the Green Bay Packers. Who do the Vikings take for cornerback? I like to see a guy like Chase Minifield in the 3rd or 4th. I'm not sure. I've seen him projected to go in both. So, Chase Minifield's a guy I like. Josh Robinson in the 2nd round is another guy that I've seen who would be actually a fast cornerback, and the Vikings have no speed on defense, and it would allow them to play some man coverage actually once in a while. So that's a pick I would like to see. Calvin. 258 viewers. This is like an all-time high for me, and I just started streaming not too long ago. I like the Chiefs' defensive playbook as well. It really fit the way I like to play. Oh! I was so close to a user. So close. Who would the Bears draft? Well, offensive line because they got Brandon Marshall. I mean, Jamarcus Webb is not a good enough starting left tackle if you want to keep Jay Cutler alive. They definitely need to work on offensive line. I think they have the ability to do that, having filled a definite hole at receiver that has been there for years. Come on. I can't cover screens, guys. I'm sorry. I can't cover screens. I'm awful at it. Come on. Comments. Update faster. Thank you. What do you think of Alfonso Denard? I mean, my last memory of him was him getting in that fight with Alshon Jeffrey. So, obviously, not a good last or final thought or current thought of him. So, I think I'll just have to watch some more tape, look at some more combine stats, definitely watch some things on YouTube, and do what I can to learn about these prospects, especially corners and receivers. Because there's a multitude of solid prospects, but it's the matter of getting the right one. Pick it off! Don't tip it. Who do you think the Rams will draft? If they have the opportunity, they will take Justin Blackmon. And I think that would be a huge, huge help for Sam Bradford. I would like to, if I'm basically, as I've been saying like this entire stream, if I'm the GM of the St. Louis Rams, I want to see them take Mr. Blackmon. Alright, handoff left side, Javid Best, and no room to run, Las. What do you think about Michael Brockers? I'm going to talk about defensive tackles in general. Now, Dontari Poe is a guy who played for Memphis, and he actually bumped up his stock a lot with his combine performance, and became a possible top 10 prospect in the works. But then people have been talking about his tape is very average. Now, he played in Conference USA, and yeah, his measurables are great, but you think a guy with those kind of measurables, they should be absolute monsters in a conference like Conference USA, unless Conference USA has some of the best guards and centers in the NCAA, which I would not expect. Now, if his tape is very average, then obviously I think Michael Brockers will be the first defensive tackle taken in the draft, possibly to Carolina. Oh! Well, that's the last time you can do that this game. Can you only do it once again? Who's going to draft Osweiler? Osweiler? I can't even remember how you pronounce it, actually. I expect him to go in the second round to either Philly or the Broncos, like a team that does not have a good enough backup right now, or a plan for the future, like Vic and Peyton. They're probably not going to be starting for 7 years, a long time on those teams. So Osweiler is one of those guys you got to look at. Now, I know nothing about him besides that he's 6'7", and I played with him on NCAA in my online dynasty. Really. Alright. Ooh, 2-minute warning already. It feels like it's going by so quickly. Where will the quarterback from Arizona go? I'm assuming you're talking about Nick Foles. And I've seen him mocked 5th round to the Buffalo Bills. Now, going to a team like the Bills as a fit, I think is good for Foles, because I think they're at a situation now where they have to decide whether this contract they gave Fitzpatrick was worth it. Because they gave him all that money, and then the Bills obviously died last year. And so this is a big prove-it year, I think, for Ryan Fitzpatrick. Will Jordan Jefferson be drafted? I watched him play a couple games this year, and nothing that I saw of him showed me that he should be drafted in the 7 rounds. I think he'll go undrafted. Will Tannehill be drafted in the 1st round? Yes, but he's a 2nd-round prospect in my opinion. It'll be fun to watch these videos a year in the future and see how wrong or right I am on some of my opinions and thoughts. Oh, come on! I don't think I can kick a field goal. How long would a field goal be from this distance? 66? I don't know if Suckup can make it. I don't think Suckup can make it. Not in the first half, I won't try it. You think the Raiders can make the playoffs this season? I think if the Chargers struggle, the Chiefs struggle, and the Broncos don't live up to expectations, then the Raiders can, because they mortgaged so much to get Carson Palmer, and then with the players they had to cut during salary cap. I wanted to see the Raiders succeed so bad last year. I wanted to see them go to the playoffs, and that didn't happen. But the fumble, yes, yeah, touchdown. How would you rate the 2011 LSU team? Great defense, average offense. I mean, you got Morris Claiborne, Tyrann Mathieu. Hurricane, have you heard of Daquan Bowers? Yes, I have. He plays for the Buccaneers, and I never thought of much of him coming into the draft. Kind of like how I'm not thinking much of Quentin Coples. LA Raiders or Oakland Raiders? I'll go with the LA Raiders. Who do you think will win the season opener for the NFL? Cowboys or Giants? I say Giants win. It's easy to pick the Giants in that situation, but you never know. I just can't wait for football season, guys. This has been an exciting offseason, in my opinion. Like, so much has gone down. I just want to see some football games finally. I miss it. Come on, pick that, man. Flowers. Or who is that over there? Was that Brandon Carr? That was Brandon Carr, I think. What about Stephen Hill, Jerron Kreiner? I mean, I know about these players, but I don't know enough to really make educated opinions on them. I know Stephen Hill has the measurables to be like a Megatron. He's super fast. He's got the size, but running the triple option at Georgia Tech has been a red flag, and knowing if he can run all the routes. I'm going to start watching some more stuff so I can actually give you guys some better opinions and evaluations. Will Mike Wallace stay in Pittsburgh? I believe so. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much, Tom Bahali. Alright, what do we got here? Going deep for Calvin, and it's almost, it's knocked away. Don't knock it into his hands again, please. Eagles are going to the Super Bowl this year. Anyone agree? I think the Eagles are going to have a great, I think they'll go to the playoffs this year. That's one team I think will go to the playoffs this year, be it a wild card or they sneak in the NFC East and win it by a half game or a full game, I mean. I think the Eagles will be playoff bound. Third and 15 though. Get a stop, get a stop. Come on. I've been letting the computer cover Calvin all game, and that time he beat me. Quarterback from Michigan State, Kirk Cousins. I saw him play last year against Wisconsin, and I've seen a couple of his clips from workouts this year. Who won the Heisman this season? Man, I don't know college football. Tyrann Mathieu is an easy, a safe selection. Come on. Oh, nice throw. Cam Newton legit? Definitely legit. Could have some young quarterbacks if Cam Newton, RG3, and Andrew Luck can, Luck continue to dominate and the rest of the guys live up to their expectations. Kelly Gregg, come on! Will you keep making videos for a long time? Please say yes. Yes, of course. Best receiver in the draft? I want to go with Blackman. Like, there's just something about Michael Floyd that just says he's not a top 10 pick, not the best receiver in the draft to me. I don't know what it really is. It's just something I can't really explain, I guess. And I tend to go with those kind of feelings, and there's just something about Floyd. And people have said he's bigger, stronger, faster than Blackman, but I'm going with Blackman. I'm going with Blackman. You think the Chargers will make the Super Bowl? No, because they have Norv Turner as a head coach. Sorry to burst your bubble. Alright, so we are end of the first half right now. I've been talking about the gameplay very much. 5 seconds to go. What is he going to do here? He might have enough time to go to the end zone. Looks like he's going to go for the field goal. And I'm not worried about him faking it because you can't ever get the pass off if I do field goal block or anybody does field goal block. It's pretty much impossible. I've never even seen it done. So the kick is up, and I'm going to have 1 second left, but he's probably going to squib it. Who do you want to be on the cover of Madden 13? Alright, if we're talking Madden curse, obviously I would go with Aaron Rodgers, because I'm a Vikings fan. But if we're talking about like what character or what player on the cover do I want to see when I go buy my copy of Madden 13, I want to see Cam Newton. I want to see Cam. Where will Alshon Jeffrey go? Well, if the cards play out right, I think that he could go to the Minnesota Vikings. And now he's going for the onside kick, and I recover it manually. That was beast. That was clutch. Yeah. Hurricane, you play NBA 2K12? I do not. I got it from Redbox for a few days to get that Deshaun Carter stuff I used to do, and I just wasn't a big fan of the game. I'm not a big basketball fan anyways, so. So I'm going to get the ball. Great field position to start this drive. And he's continuing to not really blitz a lot, so. I wasn't talking about blocking field goals. I was talking about if he faked it and tried to pass it. Do you have a second favorite team? I don't. There's like, if the Vikings are out of the playoff race, there's not like another team I secretly cheer for or anything. It's the Vikings, or I just watch games and I pick who I want to win based off whether I like a certain team more than another. Like, I like certain teams more than others, but I don't like have a second favorite team that's like one I regularly cheer for. It really depends on playoff scenarios and my favorite players in that game, or if someone's playing the Packers, really, or someone in the division. Calvin on Madden cover? I wouldn't mind that, but I think Cam or Rodgers. I'm surprised Tebow didn't win. Tebow's got so many followers. Apparently, they don't follow him enough to go on EA Sports and pick him to win the cover voting. Oh, come on, Moyaki, great block. And touchdown, Tony Moyaki. There we go. What do you think of the Dolphins? Dolphins fan here. I would have said a lot of great things probably about a month and a half ago. But after striking out on Flynn, Peyton, and Alex Smith, and if they get Tannehill, I don't think they should get Tannehill. You don't have to get a quarterback this year. There's going to be quarterbacks in next year's draft. Honestly, would you rather have Tannehill or Matt Moore start one season? Honestly. I think there's no way to go with Tannehill. You got to go with Matt Moore. He did not play bad last year. You go with Matt Moore, and if he sucks, then you get someone next year, okay? RG3's gone. Luck's going to be gone. There's no third round. There's no third choice that is good enough to go top 10. Uh-oh. Cal. Oh, my God. Flowers is getting torched. Oh. I hate having to cover Calvin and Larry and Andre. Victor Cruz on the cover. I love that. I love Victor Cruz. One of my favorite players to watch. What is he going to do in this situation? I formation for the Lions. Matt Stafford taking forever, taking his time. And they're going to run the ball. Oh, and I run past Javid Best. Come on, self. Will Michael James be good in the NFL? I don't see him much more than like a third down type of back. Not for his blocking ability, just for the speed and his ability to go in the pass catching. He's not going to be an every down back in my opinion. So, fourth round is where I think he should go, but I think he will go in the third because teams will be wondering if someone else is going to jump on him. And he is a great talent, but I don't know if there's enough LaMichael Jameses to make him Alright, never mind about Michael James. All about Jamal Charles, because he's not covering him. And that's another Jamal Charles touchdown, 75 yards. Let's go. Adrian Peterson or Maurice Jones. I'll take Adrian Peterson over anybody, even with Adrian being injured right now. And actually, he's running again. So hopefully he just doesn't try to go too quickly, because Adrian, he's eager to get back on the field and start busting some heads again with his aggressive running style, and I can't wait to see him back in a Vikings uniform. But out of MJD, I think he might be the second best running back in the league. I'll go MJD over anybody else, number 2. Look what MJD does when his best receiver that is trying to help take attention away from him is Mike Thomas, who's 5'8" and plays on the outside. That's unacceptable. No one's scared of Blaine Gabbert. Mercedes Lewis was overrated to begin with. Can Michael James be the next Darren Sproles? If he can have that explosiveness and that little power that, you know, Sproles kind of surprises you with. There we go. That's an interception. That's going to be a pick 6. There we go. Touchdown, Chiefs. If he can be explosive and have that little power, because like Sproles, yeah, he's 5'6", he's very fast and quick, but he's got a little strength to him. Got a little strength. What about Shady versus MJD? I still take MJD over anybody else in the league, number 2 behind Adrian. I mean, like the running backs, they're either average or great. It seems like you have Matt Forte, LaShawn McCoy, Arian Foster, MJD. They're so similar that it's hard to like differentiate who's better than another. You have Adrian Peterson, who's on another level just because he is a maniac. Although every other running back on that list that I just listed is better pass catcher. Now, you also have a guy like Michael Turner, who is a very different feature back because he's more focused on power. Oh, that didn't work. But it seems like either in the NFL you're either a great running back or you're just average, and there's no real middle ground. It's kind of one or the other. I guess the middle ground is average. You can say everybody else just is horrible. But how low do you think Vontaze Burfict because of his obvious personality problems? And what kind of coach do you think he needs to control his personality? I think he needs kind of a coach that'll get after him and be a motivator. He does not need a player's coach. Like if he goes to the Vikings, Leslie Frazier will not motivate that guy. Okay, he needs a guy who's going to get after him. A guy who's going to ride his ass the whole season to get in shape, not run a 5'1" 40. There we go. Another sack. This one's a safety. What the hell is McCoy the same style as MJD? I'm just saying they're similar. Like MJD's got more power than those guys, but they're similar. They're not so different to say Michael Turner versus Darren Sproles, but okay, comments. Feed me. Mendenhall? I'm not a Mendenhall fan. Who do you think will lead the NFL in sacks next year? I'd like to see my boy Jared Allen capture that record that he missed this year narrowly. I thought he was going to get at that game too. He got the sacks he needed to be close very early in the game. And then, oh, that was a nice play. Castle probably got destroyed though. Is Jamez Logan a real person? Yeah. Like, I've looked him up. Plays for Ole Miss. I looked at the Ole Miss school guide or the football guide to see how you actually pronounce his name. He is real. I don't know if he's as good as he is in my franchise, because I'm not an Ole Miss fan. Don't follow him. Best return man in the NFL? You gotta go with Devin Hester. I think he should be in the Hall of Fame. No matter what else he does in his career, I think Devin Hester is a Hall of Famer for being a returner. And hopefully he does have a much longer career and can keep adding to his totals. That'll be hard for anybody to come after. Hester's great. Behind him, I kind of like to go with, like, Patrick Peterson had a great year returning last year. You know, Percy Harvin's another good returner, but I hope he never plays special teams again. I think with Percy's, he is injury prone. You can't deny that. I think with a guy like that, you have to keep on offense, and you get somebody else to return kicks. So right now I have a pretty comfortable lead. It is 37-21. 16-point lead here in the fourth quarter, though only 2 scores, so definitely got to keep this moving as I'm going to keep the ball on the ground. Dexter McCluster, not quite a first down. Injury timeout stops the clock. Who's your favorite quarterback? I'm not sure I exactly have a favorite quarterback. I mean, there's guys I like to watch. I like to watch Cam. I like to watch Vic. And then I do like to watch Aaron Rodgers, actually. I mean, I'm a Vikings fan, but Aaron Rodgers, I love watching him because not every pass is just him standing in the pocket, just throwing it downfield. Like, he can move, he can throw on the run. He is such a smart quarterback, first off. He's very smart. And he is so hard to defend because he can extend plays like many other quarterbacks can't and still be extremely effective as a passer. Not just with the threat of running, because he can get you there. But definitely his first priority is passing, and he is one of the best. Come on, Barry! Following up on the Vontaze Burfict topic, I think Coughlin would be the right kind of coach for him. Exactly, Coughlin. That's a guy I think would be a good coach for Vontaze Burfict. Or even going to the Ravens, just because of what they are as a defense. They're aggressive defense. They're Ray Lewis would get him in shape. Ray Lewis would make sure that he's either going to be a monster or cut by week 6. Oh, Ray Rice, that's another guy I forget about. Ray Rice, I'm not forgetting about him. I don't think he's bad. There's so many running backs that are similar. When you talk about Foster, McCoy, Forte, and Rice, I always forget one. It's usually MJD. I consider MJD in that group just because he's similar, pass catching ability, and a fast, great runner. I put MJD above all of them. You think Josh Cribbs is better than Hester? I'll still take Hester. Polamalu or Ed Reed? You have to take Ed Reed 10 times out of 10. Polamalu is great at throwing a shoulder and hitting somebody hard. And he is a ball hawk, but Ed Reed, come on. Ed Reed is a future Hall of Famer. He is the best safety in the league. Do you play fantasy football? I did not last year, but I'm planning on commissioning a league, if that's even a verb. But I plan on having my own league this year and getting back into it, because fantasy football is one way I stay kind of up on all the NFL news and who's playing well. So it'll just help me out making even better videos. We'll be able to talk about somebody else who may be flying under the radar a little bit. I like fantasy football. Where will Darren Thomas be drafted? Either 6th, 7th round, I would say, or undrafted. I mean, would you rather take a quarterback who is not going to be ready starter day 1 like that? Oh, I guess you could say something about Joe Webb, and the Vikings took him in the 7th round. But, or you can try to get somebody who fits in better on your team. I mean, I'm not saying that he's a bad player, but there might be better options at other positions late in the draft at, linebacker depth. I mean, you got to worry about special teams as well. Joe Flacco or Matt Ryan? I'll take Joe Flacco. I think he's proven more than Matt Ryan has. I think Matt Ryan has the potential, and I think him and the Falcons underachieve with that offense. I think they're underachievers. It's mainly getting him to get better at playing outside of the Georgia Dome. I know Ed Reed plays free and Troy is strong, but Someone asked. Oh, let's take the sack there. B.J. Raji or Ndamukong Suh. Well, since we're on the topic of guys kind of being uncomparable because of different positions, nose tackle in a 3-4 versus a DT in a 4-3. You know, depends on your defense. Really just depends on the D. Come on, man, stop. Penalty? I don't even know why I'm just not running the ball. Rodgers or Rivers? You got to go with Aaron Rodgers. Dalton to A.J. Green or Ponder to Harvin? Right now I go with Dalton to A.J. Green because I think Dalton obviously showed a lot last year. Ponder's still a question mark. I mean, the thing about Christian Ponder, I think, is that he started better than he finished. And I think it was the other way around. Everybody would have a different perspective on Christian, but since he finished struggling, he did struggle towards the end. When he played his best was against the Green Bay Packers in his first start. And so this is a prove-it year. I mean, it's second year for him. He was a rookie last year. And we'll see next year if Ponder to Harvin can become a big threat in the NFL. Your opponent was nano blitzing. Well, I know he was blitzing a lot in certain situations, and it left open Tony Moeaki and Jamal Charles a lot. I mean, you got to have that flat zone locked down, or I'm going to be throwing it that way. I'm going to use her against Calvin this time. He ain't getting it. He ain't getting it. He ain't getting it. He got it. He dropped it. Who cares? What do the Vikings need the most improvement? Secondary. Safety. Corner. There's a lot of holes in that team, but with one receiver can make the Vikings core good. Matt Khalil can make the Vikings line good, but I think you need more than one player to fill that secondary for that to be better, and that comes at both safety and corner. So I see it being a 2 to 3 player fix versus 1 player fixes both ways. Yeah. It's all good. Harvin is not a number 1 receiver. He is a number 3, aka a slot receiver, or a number 2 if you want to run twin tight ends and put both receivers on one side of the field, have a tight end split out the other side. Harvin should not play on the outside, in my opinion, ever. Like, as a regular position. I mean, a play here and there is fine if you want to try to expose somebody or go take the top off the defense from the outside, but 37-28. Ever consider Winfield going to safety? I've thought about it, and just the only thing I don't like is how slow he has become and his height. And I like him as a nickel because he's such a good tackler. You want to have him close to the line of scrimmage, so that's why I like him as a nickel back, because he can creep at the line and disguise his zone coverage or something. I mean, I think he's too good to put at safety, too good at what he does still. I mean, he can't play on the outside anymore. He can't keep toe to toe with the fastest guys. I mean, you saw in 09 when he couldn't cover Devin Aromashodu. And Aromashodu is not a number 1, does not have number 1 receiver speed. That's just my thoughts anyway. I think you keep him at corner, and you draft a safety. You don't just try to put the duct tape over the hole and try to call it good, in my opinion, because Winfield is nothing more than a 1 to 2 year fix at safety, and he might not even be a fix. So draft a safety that has some speed and some height and can lay the wood. Oh, he called timeout? Why? That's just waste my time. Revis or Asamoah? I gotta take Revis. Darrelle Revis. And with that, guys, in 20 seconds, I will be the victor of this ball game. 37-28. Good game to my opponent. I had a pick six. I know I had some long catches with Jamal Charles. I'll look at the stat sheet after this one. Rank Mark Sanchez, Matt Castle, and Matt Moore. Man, I put Sanchez at the bottom, Moore just above Sanchez, and Castle just above Moore. Not big differences though. Although, if you gave me the option this year, I'd probably want Matt Moore over Matt Castle because I think Moore played good last year and Castle hasn't done much since going to the Chiefs. So, that's just my opinion. Alright, so Donald Washington, player of the game, pick six. And now, we'll check out the stat sheet. Get +9. Calvin Johnson or Andre Johnson. Take Calvin as the player, and Andre Johnson gets hurt more often. Minnesota said they want to trade the number 3 pick. Who would you want? What would you want for it? 2 firsts and a third. I think 2 firsts is more fair, but if they're going to trade it, which I don't think they should, get something else in there too, because you're not going to make me very happy by trading that pick. Alright, so player stats. Favorite college football team? The Minnesota Golden Gophers. And Castle threw the ball all over the field. I had a good completion percentage though. 3 touchdowns to no picks. Nobody wanted to run the ball, including me, who usually runs the ball. Of course, I didn't really have the ball much on offense, as Jamal Charles has 144 yards. I forget, did I have 1 or 2 pick sixes? Donald Washington and Brandon Carr, I had 1. And I had a forced fumble that was returned for a touchdown, so 2 defensive touchdowns, and I did not have the ball a lot. Why are the Vikings so bad at man coverage? Lack of height, lack of speed. So good game to my opponent, as now I'm going to transition. We're going to play another game in here. Haney, Joe Webb, John Kitna. Rank them. Joe Webb, John Kitna, Caleb Haney. And this guy knows what he wants to play with. I do care wants the Pittsburgh Steelers. Perhaps he's going to show me that Troy Polamalu should be above Ed Reed, what I was talking about earlier. Does that mean I should play as the Ravens? Let's see, who do I want to play as, everybody? Which draft prospect do you feel will be a bust? I think Michael Floyd could be. I think Quentin Coples could be. I say Michael Floyd just because there's just something about him that really isn't. I'm going with my gut when I say that pretty much about Michael Floyd. I could be incredibly wrong. Okay. I'm going to go with the Houston Texans this time. A team that could use another receiver and would have an extremely deadly Madden team if that happened. And it is still capturing, so I'm just going to let this be a big video file. $269. The Notre Dame curse? Hey, that could be it too. I mean, I think Michael Floyd was a great college player. I want him to be good, but I don't know. I think he could be a potential bust. I think he'll get. I don't know. I think that Michael Floyd is a first-round prospect in the area of 20. I don't think of him as a top 10. Alright, I win the toss. And I'm going to kick the ball. Yeah, the Vikings have been talking about trading back for a long time, so you know it could just be Spielman seeing what he can get for him, what the market is. If you can get an outrageous offer, then maybe it's worth it. But if it's just 2 firsts, that's big. But I still think you should go with Khalil in that situation. It's got to be Khalil or a lot of picks, or a lot of valuable picks. 2 firsts isn't enough for me to change my mind. Alright, so look what I'm working with here at receiver. Jacoby Jones, Kevin Walter, Andre Johnson. Owen Daniels, that's a solid player. Breesel, Eric Winston. Alright, I get to work with J.J. Watt. I'll even get Super Mario this game as well. Brian Cushing and D'Amico Ryans, leaving a little hole here at middle linebacker, and I ain't get enough time to make my team right. So I'll just pause it again after this because I have to get my team right. Oh, I was looking for the play action there completely, but it was still only 3 yards, so I'm going to pause it again because I want to see the rest of my team. I really hope the Vikings don't trade their pick. I think, honestly, Spielman wants to, and I've looked at the stats. I'm well aware of you don't need a very good or an elite left tackle to win games, and certainly Joe Thomas and Jake Long did not propel their teams to greater heights, but I still feel that he is the right selection for the Minnesota Vikings in the first round. Let's see, Antonio Brown, don't sleep on him. I already used up my 30 seconds? Aww. $273 viewers right now as we are in the peak of Mr. Hurricane. Monday Night Madden, Episode 3. If you notice, guys, I've been running a lot more man coverage tonight. I'm having a little bit more trust in my defense to play good, solid man. And it allows me to switch at my defense every now and then. Play some mind games with my opponent. Oh, I was not expecting him to actually go there. I was moving that way. Oh well, 4th and 1. Let's see what he does. He's going to punt the ball. We got a sim-style player in the house. Speaking of sim-style, if you're in the online franchise, please contact your opponent. There have not been very many games played in this week, and I want to see this go for at least 1 full season, and so do my viewers. And so I'm going to have to start kicking more people, if more people aren't going to be playing their games, because part of sim-style means real NFL teams play once a week. And that's all I'm asking, really. And it's been a while since I've advanced it, and I've gotten my game done, and there's not very many others done. So just please stay on top of things if you are one of the coaches. Alright, 1st down and 10, Matt Schaub. And we're going to go over the middle. That's wide open right there, Andre Johnson. And my comments aren't updating at a rate that I find acceptable. There we go. Every time I talk about the comments not uploading, it does it. Except for now they're all flying in like crazy. Oh! That could have been scary. When is your next Fallout 3 stream? Probably sometime this week. Oh, what happened there? He got called for... Alright guys, you better take a picture, you better do something, because how many times do you see pass interference called in this game? About as often as you see a triple pitch, touchdown, backwards, Statue of Liberty play. How often do you pick my middle linebackers on a slant? I don't throw very many picks on a slant. The pick I throw on is, look at this route right here by Daniels. That's the route I throw a pick on a lot. Right there. I mean, if I try to force that pass, it will get picked. Mark Sanchez to the Vikings. What do you think? No thanks. The Jets can keep him. Oh, come on, Foster, get away from this guy. I was trying to play for better field goal position. Position. Oh, wait. I thought that was third down, actually. I'm getting all mixed up right now. Alright, third down and 9. Let's go. Come on, guys. Get the conversion, Jacoby. I'm looking your way, Jacoby. Nice pass. Schaub. First down, Jacoby Jones, 13 yards. Do you like the Michigan Wolverines? I don't really cheer for many other teams other than Minnesota teams. Other than in college basketball, I do root for Florida State. And let's see, is there any other teams I really root for? Not so much. I mean, I'm Minnesota, really. How the Twins do tonight, guys? Someone want to update me on the score? It should be over by now. I stopped watching in the 7th inning, right after it ended, I believe. Did the Twins pull it off? It was like 5-1 at the time. Andre Johnson versus Megatron. Who the winner? Gotta go with Megatron. I mean, it's a robot versus a human. Would you rather Ponder or RG3 for the Vikings? If RG3 comes for free, I'll take RG3, to be honest. Here we go. You gotta throw it in front of him and turn around and make the catch, Dreesen. Lost 8-2. It got worse? Well, thank you for letting me know anyways. Oh, I tried to throw it to Johnson. Try to step up and actually run up and throw it to Johnson. I'm going to take the field goal. Twins lost 5-1, people said. Alright, someone said 8-2. Thank you for letting me know. That was the score when I left. You know, I haven't watched much baseball ever since the Twins moved to Target Field, 2010, 2011. I did not watch baseball. I did not follow the sport. And I've watched at least... Alright, the first game, I watched 2 pitches. And the rest, I actually watched a decent length of the game. 0 for 4. Come on, Twins. I haven't seen you win in years. I almost bought tickets to today's game. It was actually cold out here, so I'm kind of glad I didn't go today. I might go later in the month when they play the Red Sox. Alright, someone just sent me a message about franchise stuff, and that was someone that's in the franchise, so I am going to read that message probably after the stream. Nice play, Jason Allen, to get the ball out of Wallace's hands. After your fall at 3 live streams, will you do Fallout New Vegas? That is the plan. I expect to have fun the whole way through. Expect you guys to enjoy your time the whole way through. And so definitely, I would love to continue it all with Fallout New Vegas. Oh, wide open. Connor Barwin, get over there. Is that Kotchery? That is Kotchery. Should the Vikings keep Ponder? Yes. LOL Twins 0-162. That's a realistic possibility at this point. I haven't seen him win a game yet. I haven't seen him score more than 2 runs. Is that the most he scored this year? 2? Willingham had a 2-run homer. He had a home run today too, but it was a solo. I mean, ever since I became a Twins fan when I was young, the Twins had never been a home run hitting team. Even when they had Mauer, Morneau, Kadire, guys with decent power, Kubel, never a home run team. When they did hit them, it was always like solo shots. They're a small ball organization that plays good defense, but they also have poor pitching. Not the greatest pitching, so hopefully that can improve as well with every other facet of their game at this point. Did you fix the audio for the Fallout 3 streams? I'm still going to work on it. I mean, you guys said you heard double voice, and I heard it as well for a part of the stream when I looked at it on the playback. So I'm going to figure that issue out, because I want you guys to be able to hear me blast away Bandit or something. Alright, Cam Newton Show just messaged me, so I'm going to let the computer pick my play, and I'm going to check this message. Look at all the messages I've gotten since I checked the last one. I can play. Alright, I'm playing Cam Newton Show after this. Hopefully you're just watching the stream. I don't have to actually type it because I don't want to. Alright, I'll play football. Alright, 2nd down and 15. Cushing on the blitz, and he's going to get to Roethlisberger, and it's good because he was supposed to cover Mendenhall, and I took a chance, and it paid off. Well, at least your team can score runs. Someone talk about Cleveland. I want to read about Cleveland. Cleveland Indians can only hit home runs. Where do they play? Is this still Jacobs Field? Is that a good home run hitting ballpark? Target Field isn't a very good home run hitting ballpark from my understanding. Alright, Cam just messaged me again, so I'm gonna check it after this play probably. Come on, pick it! Alright, what did Cam say? I can play now. I can play after this game. Please, hopefully you're watching the stream. After this game, I'm going to send him a message. Or, sometime before end of the stream, I'll send him a message. Oh, that was good. Alright, I'm going to send him a message right now. I got my keyboard over here. Give me 30 seconds to send this message, please. If you could do that ever so kindly. I'm plugging in my keyboard right now if I can find the USB slot. I gotta type to him. Ugh. I can't spell quarter. There. Send the message. I'm ready to go. Hayden Smith or Dustin Keller for Jets tight end. Isn't that the rugby guy? Or that's someone else. No, it's called Progressive Field now. I knew that. I don't know why. I always forget baseball stadiums, and it's usually really old ones that I'm like, do they still play there? At least I know the Twins don't play at the Dome, I guess. I was at the Target Center actually on Saturday, so I saw Target Field. It's right next to it, and I'm like, I really want to go to a game. I haven't been to Target Field yet. I was at the Target Center to watch the Harlem Globetrotters, and that was sick. Oh, Foster. Come on, man. $260 viewers. Thank you all that have come to the stream and have enjoyed this entertainment. I love doing these streams. Yeah, Andre! Streaming is a lot of fun. When I get my settings right, it'll be even better. I think Monatus fan was saying he was trying the best quality that he could, and I should probably test that out soon, because the quality is decent on these streams. I think it could be better, and I would like you guys to get some game audio, but I keep messing with my settings, and I Not very good when it comes to audio, okay? I can fix other problems, like the one I fixed tonight. That was just a brain fart issue, but I'm not an audio guy. Will we be making a video of everything you do tonight? Well, the entire stream itself will be posted to my channel after it is done. It'll process. It'll probably go up around 8:30, 9 o'clock Central. And then it'll be viewable for everybody. And I'm capturing all the games I play in here, so maybe you'll see one of these games be part of a video I have coming soon about just talking about football, and I'm not really talking about the gameplay, just to have a backdrop for it. Kind of like what the Call of Duty guys do when they talk about things and they just use the game as a backdrop, as I shouldn't have done that on third down. Would you please play Cam as the Cowboys next game? I can play as the Cowboys. I haven't played as the Cowboys in forever because I have bad luck with them. Your thoughts on Mario Manningham? I like him. I just want to see what he does more when he's more like featured in this offense. Of course, he's going to be featured along with guys like Crabtree and Randy Moss. I want to see him succeed. I like Mario Manningham. The Giants are very lucky to have a talented as a receiving core as they did last year on their Super Bowl run. Get over there! No! Why is no one covering Hines Ward? If I didn't use her, he had a touchdown. My guys came in, I don't know why. They decided, let's play linebacker now even though we're corners. Thanks. Could you see this happening? The Patriots trade 2 first-rounders to the Vikings and draft Trent Richardson? No. More than 2 firsts. We gotta be greedy. 2 firsts, a second, and a 5th. Or something, I don't know. Oh, come on, lay the hit. Cam Newton, Christian Ponder, Andy Dalton, rake 'em. Andy Dalton, Christian Ponder, and then Cam. Oh, wait, no. Andy Dalton, Cam Newton, Christian Ponder. Oh, I could have caught a lot of backlash for saying Ponder was better than Newton. Always hand the ball off. Yeah, right. Roethlisberger's going to get hit by Mario. 26 seconds left in the first half. I need to be more focused in the first half and get points on the board. I mean, my second halves is when I come alive. Do you need to have a great PC to do editing and recording? I don't. It takes me a long time to render videos. Certainly not. It's doable. I mean, it's probably better off than a lot of other stock laptops that didn't have the greatest specs. Alright, 3rd down and 3. I wanted to call timeout right there. I couldn't. Picked off! Glover! Let's go, Glover! No, take the knee. Take the knee. Oh, no, I'm going. See ya. Bye-bye. Glover Quinn! No, that guy's fast as hell! Emmanuel Sanders is chasing him, but Glover Quinn, he's so fast! I made it. Touchdown. Oh, thank you. Just want to check this message from Cam. Okay. I was like, I'll take a knee, but he gave me so much room to run. I had to take it. I was going to take a knee. Did you import Tank Tucker into Madden 12? I can't remember if you did or not. I did. It is imported. It's not recreated. It is just imported straight from NCAA 12. It's still on my hard drive saved. Come on, McManus. Ben Tate or Sean Green? I'll take Ben Tate. I'll also take Toby Gerhart over Sean Green. Not a lot of running room for Foster. I've kind of forced the run this game. Second down and 8. Matt Shaw back to pass. My guy isn't open. I got sacked by Aaron Smith. I can't believe I got sacked by Aaron Smith. He has to have so much time to catch a quarterback. He has like 46 speed. Alright, so now third down and 13, and I should have just... Oh! Thank you, Andre. I should have max protected or just kept in one of my tight ends. Actually, I was only one tight end set. I can't remember what my formation was, but I don't know why I had everybody go out when I needed some protection. Would you take Joe McKnight over Sean Green? I would. I'm not a Sean Green guy. Actually, as a starter, I'll take Sean Green. Here's a question for you guys. Brandon Weeden or Ryan Tannehill? Weeden has fallen completely off of the talk because of his age. He's 28 years old. But would you rather have Weeden than Tannehill? If you had to pick? I hit that route right there to Jamal Charles way off in last game. Chris Rainey? I'm looking forward to see where like Chris Rainey goes. I mean, I saw a mock draft that had Jeff Demps going to the Vikings, and at first I got excited, but then I realized, or I looked it up, and I think he's focusing more on his Olympic career, which is a better choice for him, to be honest. A lot of Tannehill talk. I don't know. I think I'd take Weeden, but not for a rebuilding team. Not for a rebuilding team. Like the Vikings or the Browns or something. I'd take him maybe if I was like the Patriots or something. But they have Mallet and they have Hoyer, so they don't need to take him. They could always trade one and get more picks because that's what Belichick likes. Whedon's way too old. That's gonna hold him back. Well, what I mean by that is it's gonna scare some people away. I mean, you hope by 28 your quarterback is at that point franchise, like he's your guy. So yeah, it's a big risk. Wide open Kevin Walter. Was it a good move for the Patriots to sign Brandon Lloyd? It was a great pick. He's got a great quarterback throwing it to him, and you can throw it anywhere around Brandon Lloyd and he's going to come up with it. He's a great receiver. Perfect fit for that offense. I was kind of surprised to see them let go of, or not re-sign Ben Jarvis Green Ellis. Ooh, did a good job of jamming my guy, Andre, as I tried to take off and I just ran into everybody. Ryan Matthews or LT? You gotta take LaDainian. 1 yard gain for Foster. If I really controlled the clock his entire third quarter. DeMarcus Ware or Super Mario? I'll take DeMarcus Ware. Alright. Come on, somebody get separation off the line. That guy! Walter, touchdown! Kevin Walter beat his corner. I mean, Ike Taylor, I'm assuming it is, jamming Andre Johnson, doing an amazing job. Do you have Darnold Dockett on MUT? I do not have Darnold Dockett. You think the Browns will try to get Trent Richardson with the loss of Peyton Hillis? I'm still confused with the Browns, what they're going to do. I think I could understand them going Tannehill, Blackman, or Richardson, although I would not agree with the Tannehill pick. And I'm saying that even though I don't like Colt McCoy, but to be honest, he does not have a great receiving core, but I do not think he is the answer still, from watching him play. Alright, we're out of the shotgun, or he is out of the shotgun, not me, I don't have the ball. Man in motion, that's Mike Wallace coming to the backfield, who gets the handoff? That's a little creative. You think the Vikings will at least pull 8-8 this year? I think they will have the roster to go 8-8. If they have a good draft, I think they'll have the roster to go 8-8. But that's not saying much, because it's all about how you play, how the coaches can coach and everything, how everything works together. So I think the roster will be able to do it. But can we cover Mike Wallace? Nope. And can the Vikings be more consistent? Can Ponder kind of fill that spot of the question mark at quarterback? I mean, they're a rebuilding team, but think of this. They're a rebuilding team that has Adrian Peterson, Percy Harvin, Jared Allen, Kevin Williams, Chad Greenway, Antoine Winfield. That's a rebuilding team. I gotta think that with some great rookies they could get in the first few rounds, that they could be right back into the thick of things. Not saying NFC title. I'm saying competing. You know, being a 6 to 9 win team next year if they can do that. Dark horse for upcoming season, I love to say the Minnesota Vikings, but I'll let you know after the draft. What is your favorite face cage? Talking about like Justin Tuck's. Oh my God, I was just too shallow with Daniel Manning. Alright, so I gotta keep him from getting 10 yards. Alright, so that's easy. Knocked away. I got the ball again now. Cam Newton show, be ready. Oh, I saw so much room on the outside, and Ike Taylor got a grab of me, got a hold of me. Do you follow hockey? I don't. I couldn't tell you anything about hockey besides the Wild were good at the beginning of the year. Now they missed the playoffs, and the Gophers got destroyed by Boston College. Just because I read sports news, I know that stuff. I don't watch SportsCenter. I find it to be more productive. I should have thrown it to L1, but I find it to be more productive to read your sports news. I prefer it over SportsCenter. I don't want to hear about Tebow and Jeremy Lin all day. I want to go look at mock drafts. I want to look at Pro Football Talk. I want to look at all the stuff I'm interested in. Not have to watch a show of selective stories. Oh boy. Deke him out. Yeah. Ricky Weeks at a homer. That's good for the Brewers. Can they send some power and some run production our way over here in Minnesota? Your thoughts on the Detroit Lions this year? It's all about how the Bears can do as well, because the Vikings, or the NFC North, has 3 legitimate contenders for the title, and the Vikings, they're not a cupcake team. I mean, they got some great players over there, just not great coaching, as shown last year. And when I say great players, I don't include the secondary or a couple other players on offense. But I think this year the Vikings could have one of the best lines in the league. And that is with Matt Khalil, if they draft him, moving Charlie Johnson to guard, left guard, having John Sullivan, Jeff Schwartz, and Lodeholt. Maybe not one of the best. Top 10. First and goal now for the Texans as Schaub is back to pass. He's going to step up in the pocket. It's knocked away. I waited too long. You think Eli is as good a quarterback as he thinks he is? I do. Eli is very reliable in the fourth quarter. Second and goal now, though. Running the ball again. Arian Foster. Solid gain. The worst thing about Madden is the engine. There should be a physics engine by now. This is an outdated engine. It is not with the times. This is like using... it's like using a VCR. This engine is a VCR. Third and goal, though. Can the Texans punch this into the end zone? Throw into the end zone, and it's caught by Dreesen, but was he in bounds? Referee comes over. Nope. Do you watch NFL Network? Every now and then. But I prefer to read my NFL news on various sites I go to, because I can do it all so quickly and just read headlines and see if I'm interested, and I'm able to keep up with a lot of moves and actually get some under the radar articles and things they're not going to talk about on ESPN because it doesn't deal with Tim Tebow doing Easter stuff. I mean, that's great and all, but I want to see who the Vikings are going to take with the 4th round selection. I want to read all sorts of different news. Is Janoris Jenkins a first-round talent? Absolutely. I think Janoris Jenkins is going to be a great NFL corner. I think he's a Asante Samuel with hopefully better character and better tackling. He's going deep. I'm right there with Glover. I just missed it. What round will Kirk Cousins go? Probably like 3rd, 4th, I'd have to think. I haven't seen what he's projected. I'm just guessing. Stop beating the Steelers, Mr. Hurricane. I will in 56 seconds. Alright, so now Roethlisberger is going to throw again. And what is he going to do this time? He's going to throw it deep. He's just going to go for the jump. And no one makes it, and that's a hard hit. Glover Quinn got in there, made that hit. I'll go to Vontez Perfect B. He's got to get in shape. He's got to get his mind right. And that's going to take a good coach and locker room. Like, a team that will not let him half-ass it and just collect his paychecks. I mean, he could be out of the league in 6 weeks, or he could actually be productive. Oh! Sorry about that, Antonio Brown. Alshon Jeffrey and Mark Barron, if available for the Vikings 2nd round pick. Either one of those would be okay in my opinion. I think it's the better talent at wide receiver, corner, or safety in rounds 2 through 4. I don't think that you should draft based on position. I think you should draft based on talent in that situation. Right now you could say safety is the bigger need. Oh, Kareem Jackson, because the Vikings safeties are not very good. I'm looking to take this back to the house unless Ben Roethlisberger wants to catch me, but he's not. And Kareem Jackson is in for the pick 6 with only 8 seconds to go. Will Vincent Jackson make a lot of plays this year? I think so, because I think Freeman is a good quarterback. I mean, the Buccaneers were a team last year I thought would be a competitor for a wild card spot, and they had a 10-game losing streak. So, man, I don't know what happened to the Buccaneers. They were youngry, and then they got full after 6 weeks. Perhaps Raheem Morris was not the guy for that locker room. Are you subscribed to Sports Illustrated? I'm not subscribed to any magazine besides Game Informer. How old are you? 19 years old. Rashard Mendenhall, but he's not going to get too far. There we are. Is he going to call a timeout and go for one more play? Nope. Alright, good game to my opponent. 27-3 victory for the Houston Texans. As I'm 2-0 on this live stream. I'm about to play the Cam Newton show, as I have promised him I would play him. Player of the game is Kareem Jackson. It should be Glover Quinn. His interception was more decisive in the outcome of this game. But now it's time for the Cam Newton show, who I don't think is in the live stream. I'm going to tweet this out one more time. And if you guys are enjoying the stream, please feel free to leave the video a thumbs up rating. That would be highly appreciated. I'm going to tweet this out now. I'll get to more questions here in a moment. And the screen's about to go black because I am going to hit the capture button, stop capture button. And so it's Cam Newton showtime. I added him as a friend because I promised him I would play him. Alright. And thank you to all who have come to the live stream once again tonight. It's another fun night here. Monday Night Madden here on MrHurricane's channel. I am MrHurricane. Of course. 2-0 tonight, Hurricane. 3-0. I'm going to try my best. Don't you think Adrian Peterson should have been an option you could have picked for the cover instead of Jared Allen? I think it's better just to pick someone who wasn't hurt at the end of the year, so I can understand going with Jared Allen and the fact that he almost broke a sack record last year. I mean, Adrian did not have great numbers last year, and he did get hurt, so I'm fine with him not getting a bid. Who do you think Chargers get in the draft? Defense, like a linebacker. Remember their secondary, probably. I don't know. Chargers fans, I don't remember him having a great year. Did Corey Lugit, or how do you say his name? Corey L. Did he have a good season last year? Alright, guys, I'm going to try to break a curse right now. The Dallas Cowboys are a cursed Madden team. I'm going to try to use my Madden powers to reverse the curse of the Dallas Cowboys. We are playing at 8:30. We're going to play in the open air. We're going to play in a clear field. And I don't like wearing their white jerseys. We're going to go with the dark jerseys. That's helmets. They want to be different and wear white uniforms as their home jersey. Well, I'm not for that. What do the Falcons need to actually make it to the Super Bowl? A defense. Safety, big hole. Corner, pretty solid. Linebackers, gonna have to improve with the loss of Curtis Lofton, but you got a guy like Sean Weatherspoon, who's a great linebacker in my opinion, one of my favorite linebackers to watch play. You got defensive line right now that's aging. I'm talking mainly about John Abraham, and I think Ray Edwards could be improved upon. Be the Titans, play with Jake Locker. That would have been a good idea, but I'm going to try to reverse the Cowboy curse. I think the Vikings should draft Morris Claiborne. I don't. I honestly think that... Okay. In the first round, I'm kind of thinking about need, because the Vikings this offseason have picked up Chris Carr and Zach Bowman, leaving them with Chris Carr, Zach Bowman, Antoine Winfield, Chris Cook, Asher Allen, among the rest of the depth. Now that is a... I'm not going to say solid. That is an okay group. Better than what they were doing last year because Winfield was hurt. Chris Cook was suspended and just kept out of play. And then getting two other decent options that could possibly take over starting roles. I don't think it's a big enough need to draft Morris Claiborne in that situation. I gotta, especially for the scheme, a cover 2 zone mainly is what they play, I think his talent would be wasted in the Vikings scheme. So I gotta go with Matt Khalil. I might go Claiborne over Blackman though, because I think of the impact. I don't know. Maybe Blackman over Claiborne in that situation, but I'm taking Khalil overall. So Jay Ratliff, Anthony Spencer, Sean Lee, Keith Brooking on the bench where he belongs. I'm still mad at Keith Brooking for thinking the Vikings are running up a score in that playoff game. You're paid to stop them from scoring, so do your job. Shut up. Des Bryant. I'm going to go Orlando Scandrick. Felix. I think Blackman would be a great pick for the Rams. Man, Steve Smith's still 96 speed? That ain't bad at all. Terrence Newman or Mike Jenkins. You know, I've said Terrence Newman was overrated earlier in this stream, so I'm going to go with Jenkins covering him. Everything else, just do what you got to do. I'm ready to go. I do agree that Claiborne is a unique talent and an elite player at his position, but I still think I would go with Matt Khalil. He could change the entire complexion of the defense, but I see him more as suited for a man scheme. This is a zone scheme. Vikings need intelligent cornerbacks that can play zone coverage. And of course, now everything's going to be talking about his low Wonderlic score. And definitely the Wonderlic score does not help him in my thoughts going to the Vikings. I'm not answering that. I'm playing football. Orlando Scandrick is back to return this kick as the phone rings again. Hopefully someone picks it up. And Scandrick is tackled at the 25-yard line. You like OC? I like OC Umenyiora. But I like JPP and Tuck Moore. They got a plethora of solid defensive ends. Rate Kyle Vandenbosch 1 to 10 the right end position. Probably 8 out of 10. Maybe last year, not last year, but the year before, I go 8.5. DeMarco Murray. Why do the Cowboys use white as home? I don't know. Patrick Peterson over Claiborne. I've heard that argument before, and I think Patrick Peterson had a good rookie season, and he's one of my favorite defensive players right now in the league. And I like to watch him return and just watch him play in general. And, oh, it was almost picked off by, is that Gamble? That is Chris Gamble. I remember a few years ago, I can't remember what year it was, but Chris Gamble, like, he tried to do something on a punt return, like threw it backwards, and the Vikings recovered a fumble. And so gambled away a victory against the Vikings. I like that game. Alright, 3rd down and 4. Looks like he's showing blitz. I'm showing first. No! That was a nice play. I did a hot read and just tried to throw as soon as I could. Sherrod Martin, is that his name? Or Sharice Martin? I forget his name. Sherrod? I don't know. What sounds better? Wait, someone said Cowboys use white uniforms because of some reason. Because the blue is bad luck. They're talking about the Giants. They just want to be different from the Giants. Or the blue could be actual bad luck. Well, perhaps that could rub off on me. I hope it doesn't. As Cam is back. Oh! No! That should have been a pick! Oh, touchdown. Is that Shockey or Olsen? I can't remember the numbers. Who is the most underrated player for the Vikings? Aaron Henderson, probably. Rate Matt Stafford 1 to 10 on a quarterback. 8.875. I should give him a 9, shouldn't I? I probably should give him a 9. Stafford gets a 9 in my book. Why hold if I'm only going to get to the 20-yard line? Why is DeMarco Murray playing special teams? All right, we gotta get our game going on offense now. Hand off to Marco, and oh, good defense, stuffing them for a 2-yard gain. Someone just asked a question about the Saints bounty scandal. I'll probably have a video talking about that later this week. Just overall, I know football is a hard-hitting game and stuff. I just don't think there's a place for targeting injuries like that. I just think what Greg Williams was doing was uncalled for, especially in a game that's already as violent as it is. And I'm talking about situations where like they were hitting Brett Favre after he handed the ball off and stuff. It was like blatantly obvious if you look back now. But whatever. Hopefully stuff like that doesn't come up anymore, although it probably will. Alright. Let's go, Romo. Play action. Martellus Bennett, who now plays for the Giants. Did you ever play NFL head coach? I played it like the first year it came out. Never played it again. It just made me want to play Madden. And so I didn't play it anymore. Will the Lions have a playoff win next year? Well, we haven't even gotten to the draft yet. There's a lot of questions about like what's going to go down next year. We haven't hit the draft yet, guys. I have to see a good draft. They could strike out and get horrible picks, and the Vikings, Bears, and Packers could get great picks. Or the Vikings could get horrible picks. Or the Colts could trade away Andrew Luck for 17 first-rounders. I don't know. Alright, Romo to pass. And that guy's not open. Martellus. No, that's Laurent Robinson. I thought I had a twin tight end set and was throwing it to Martellus Bennett. I guess it didn't. Natus fan's in here? Someone said hi, Natus fan. Where is he? Did you see the Seahawks uniforms? Yeah, and they're sweet. Miles Austin. He's not. Don't get hurt though, Miles. I know you're prone to getting hurt. Do you like Pokemon? I played Pokemon for a long time when I was growing up, and I used to have a DS, a Nintendo DS, and played Pokemon, but I don't play it anymore. I don't really have the time to. I'd still probably enjoy it if I did play it. I mean, the games never really got old to me. I love the RPG element in that game. It's exactly why it's so popular still. How many field goals have you blocked in Madden 13? None. I haven't played it yet, but Madden 12, I think I've blocked a couple, but they weren't from me actually like doing the block. It was just letting the computer do it. You could just time it with the watching the play clock, but I don't do that. I don't need to do that. Yeah, I like the Seahawks jerseys. Come on, man. They're cool. Someone. Oh, no. That was lobbed way too high, Rome. I wanted you to lead him downfield, not throw a rainbow and no pot of gold at the end of that. Who do you think the Raiders should draft? Nobody. I think they should trade and get their picks back. Nah, I don't even know what their first selection actually is. What their first pick is. So, I'm not sure. Do you play COD Modern Warfare 3? I did, but I don't anymore. I don't have fun playing Call of Duty or any first-person shooter. I have fun going for challenges, and that's why I don't play them anymore, because I have to have higher standards. Playing a game like Saints Row is more fun to me, for me in my opinion, than playing with Modern Warfare 3, even if I'm having a great time with my friends. I'd rather play a game like Saints Row. Alright, we gotta step it up on defense. Hurricane, I had to go weak. Can you give me a recap? I won my first game, and I won my second game. That's a quick recap. First game was like 37-21 or something, and the last game was 27-3. So I've had a pretty good night. Hoping it can continue tonight. Hoping it can continue in this game, I mean. Oh, no, Jonathan Stewart. That's a big gain. Outside linebacker for Raiders. Let's see. I'm trying to remember their roster and if they lost any free agents this year. I know they lost Stanford Rowett, and so they do need a cornerback. Alright, what's Cam gonna do here? Gonna scramble like I thought he would. Anthony Spencer, catch him. Cam, big gain. 22 yards. Call of Duty is just boring now? Yeah, it is. Do you play GTA? No, I prefer the mindless fun and chaos that Saints Row gives. Sack him with Ware. I do gotta focus on more with DeMarcus Ware. Another nice gain for Jonathan Stewart. Raiders lost Cameron Wimbley. Yeah, I was going to say his name, but like, didn't they lose him? And then they have Aaron Curry. I can't remember how well he played last year with Raiders after being traded. I remember a few years ago, he was regarded as like one of the safer picks in the draft. No one's safe. Trying to force the fumble. Anthony Spencer can't quite do it. David Guess. Why Dallas? Because I suck with them, and I wanted to see if I could win a game with them. Are you biased against the Raiders like 90% of the world? Absolutely not. I like watching the Raiders. I wanted them to be a good team last year. I wanted to see them go to the playoffs. Abram Elam and Gerald Sensabaugh. Yeah, they need to draft a safety in the first round. Perhaps Mark Barron. Alright. We gotta get this under control, guys. I got Terrence Newman over here. Man, this keep messes up my defense. At least we stopped Jonathan Stewart this time. Where's D'Angelo Williams? Still using my sliders? Hey, Blue Ninja, I've never actually talked to you, but yeah, I still use your sliders. I gave you a lot of credit for that set. And I use your sliders still to this day. D'Angelo wins for touchdown, but I have made a few tweaks to, like, I've never made tweaks to your, like, the CPU or the player skill. I've made tweaks to, like, fatigue and stuff. I was happy with the way the game played. I didn't want to break anything. For the first time in 3 years, I had a solid set, so I thank you, Blue Ninja, for that. Because without it, I might not have had as much success in my Vikings franchise series as I have had. I've had a lot of fun playing franchise this year because of that slider set. Hopefully next year I can have a set just as good. I'll be definitely looking at Operation Sports and hoping for you to post the set. I'm going to plug in your sliders into Madden 13 and see how they play, too. You Darvish threw 42 pitches in the first inning? Didn't they just get him? Didn't he come from Japan? That's not a very good debut. Couldn't be any worse than Nishioka for the Twins. Well, Blue Ninja, I appreciate it. Help for the posting that slider set over on Operation Sports. And you're saying thanks to me. Well, you're very welcome. But I say thank you right back. 14-0 right now, though. Can the Cowboys? I have so much better second halves than first halves. What is it? Perhaps I just go into a zone that not even I can truly explain when I go and play in the second half. 2nd down and 6 for Tony Romo. Alright, good protection. Don't force anything. Actually, we're going to run the ball with Romo. Take the safe play there. I'm going to start running some no huddle. Alright. Laurent Robinson. Let's see what he does here. See if he brings any extra pressure. Nah, not really. I'm going deep middle. Don't pick it. Thank you, Jason Witten. Let's go, baby. There we go. To the 22. Can someone look it up for me? What is the Raiders' first pick? Is it in the 2nd round? Give it to DeMarco. I'm gonna do that now. What inning are the Panthers using Tolbert as a fullback? I've never seen him really block a whole lot. Like last year when the Vikings played the Chargers, DeMarco Murray is gonna score a touchdown. But when the Vikings played the Chargers, Tolbert was just catching passes out of the backfield. He was dominating the Vikings. I think he's wasted at fullback, to be honest. Laurent Robinson to the Jaguars, good. I don't think of him as a number 1 receiver. I think of him as a complimentary, good number 2 receiver. Not as good as Victor Cruz, and not good enough to be a number 1. We'll see what happens, though. Last pick in the 3rd round. Is that honestly their first selection? That's ridiculous. That's mortgaging your future for Carson Palmer. Of course you know that. Don't need to be told that. Oh, pick! Nah! It was just over Skandrick's hands. Doo-doo-doo. I think I know what I gotta start doing. I didn't want to be that guy. I wanted to manually cover that guy right there. And I accidentally switched to a lineman. And so I'm gonna switch up my coverage a little bit. Hopefully I can catch him napping. He's going to take a shot deep. He's got Steve Smith in the back of the end zone. What a catch. Oh my God, this secondary is dismantled. I like to trade this secondary for the Chiefs secondary that I was playing with earlier. After this game, guys, I'll see how much time I have until 8, which is when I usually get off the stream. But I think what I'll do is I'll go and probably buy a couple packs in MUT. It's not really enough time for a game. It's enough time for like a game at Tank Tucker. Depends on what you guys want to see. You want to see me buy packs and work on collections? Or do you want to see me Tank Tucker? Play some Tank Tucker. I haven't played that in a while, actually, so maybe it'd be good to play some Tank Tucker. At least one game. I could play another later and edit it into an episode. Come on, comments, update. And they update as soon as I said it again. Do you like the Packers, Hurricane? I'm a Vikings fan. I don't like the Packers, but I respect the Packers. I don't hate the Packers. I hate them when we play them. But I'm not hasty towards their organization or anything. What are your opinions on Sam Bradford? Kind of the same as Stafford. Like, I think he could be great if he can stay healthy, but also if he could have some better options at receiver. And if they draft Blackman, that's exactly what I'm talking about. Alright, let's see what we can do here. 15 seconds to go in the first half. Tucker, Tank, MUT is kind of 50-50 right now. Alright, I should have just used the timeout if I want to actually keep going with this. But I didn't, and I almost threw a pick. That could have been killer. So 4th and 3, I'm going to go for it because I can have a 4-second play that does not... A 4-second play that will end the half. I think Matt Flynn will start absolutely. I miss Randy Moss, and he was on the Vikings. I do too. I miss the Super Freak, but things had to change. Let's see what I can do here. Just throw it to him. I was gonna see if I could throw it to somebody and then start pitching it around. I didn't really expect me to go deep or anything. So 21-7. I'm kicking off right now. I'm getting beat by 14 points. Can I get a MrHurriicane comeback? Do you hate any NFL teams in the NFL? Not really. Like, I've had disgruntled feelings towards the Saints ever since that championship game and stuff, and especially with this bounty stuff. Like, part of me likes that they're getting punished for this, but it's just because of, I think it's bad for the league, and it's bad for football. But I don't really hate teams. I just... come on. We gotta cover. We gotta stop the running backs. Dante Culpepper for the win. I remember those days. Those were the days. 2004. Was that his great year? Alright, let's see what he does here. He's going to go run the ball again. This time we actually play some solid D and only give him 2 yards. Justin Blackman or Michael Floyd? I'll take Justin Blackman. I talked about him a little bit earlier in the stream. Alright, let's see what Cam does here. Out of the shotgun. Man in motion. Give up a reception to Brandon LaFell. He's had my number this game. He's had my number for sure. David Hawthorne, I think that's a great pickup for the Saints. This obviously is a big question mark around Curtis Lofton. Or, not Curtis Lofton, Jonathan Vilma, and what's going to happen with him. Well, the question mark is actually with his suspension possibility. Cam taking off. First down. No fumble. Culpepper to Moss for the win. That game against the Packers in the playoffs. That's all I gotta say. Cam this time play action. He's gonna look to the left sideline, and wow, what a play by LaFell. I've seen him make some great catches in this game. That is one of the best. We've got to lock down this offense, though. First down and 10. I want to switch to man. See what he does in this situation. This is a pivotal drive for me on defense. And that's going to go nowhere. So solid D there, loss of 4. I think I will play a game of Tank Tucker to conclude this. Just because I haven't played him in so long. Alright. I tried to come right through with Sean Lee. I wasn't quite able to, so it's an 8-yard gain. What's going on, Chris? What about the Chris Carter days? I don't remember those as well, but Chris Carter was great. I remember watching him faintly. Not a whole lot of Chris Carter, but I do remember some. I loved watching Culpepper, Moss, Carter. Those guys were amazing. Pickett! What the happened there? Ah. Looked like Sean Lee was ready to get a pick. Obviously, it didn't happen. Alright, so under 50 seconds to go in the third quarter now. Cam Newton and the Panthers a 2-score lead. I gotta really pull through here. Come on, someone. Force a fumble. Get an interception. We need a turnover in this situation. Alright, we're going to go back to our base 4-3. See what we can get done. Come on, D. Second down and 3. It's going to be a handoff to Jonathan Stewart, and it's a touchdown. Nope, not quite, actually. We'll see if he goes for a sneak or what he does here. Couldn't pick my team. Couldn't pick my play, I mean. Come on. Oh, come on. Yes! Oh, fumble! It's picked up by Jason Hatcher! Let's go, baby! Oh, my God. That could have just changed the tide of this entire game. A fumble. Alright, guys. Could this happen? Another hurricane moment. I'm not even capturing. Okay, I have to click the capture button now because I need to capture this. I don't know what's going to happen. I forgot to capture. Start capturing. Alright, I got to snap the ball too. So Romo, handoff, DeMarco Murray, breaks a tackle, slips past a couple of our defenders, and he's going to get close to a first down, but the Cowboys have got to hurry up. Cowboys have got to get going. Second down and 2. Good coverage downfield. And that's a sack on Romo. As someone got hurt. It wasn't Romo. He's had very good coverage this game. Alright. The cart's on the field. Romo and crew have got to get it together. It is time. It is Romo's time to become the quarterback that he has the potential. He should have been. Should be. Third down and 9. Come on, Tony. Come on, Tony. Nice pass. Laurent Robinson, extra yards. Let's go. Alright, let's see. He's really stacking the box right now. Oh, no! Oh my God, I almost threw a pick there. I was kind of hoping I had a different route there. That was bad. Alright, so I gotta pull this together. I want to like hit him with a draw or something, but he's been stopping the run so well. This line is not very good. But it has to be comeback time, as someone just said. So let's see what Tony can do here. Corner's playing soft. Laurent! Ah, go up and make the catch, Laurent. Third down coming up. Obviously, fourth down situations here. We're only at the 27-yard line. I only have two first downs on this drive, or one first down. I can't remember. Okay, we're going to send Felix in motion. We're going to send Bryant deep. Let's see if anyone comes over and covers Jones. Nope, wide open. And he picks up enough for the first down. So let's keep going down the field. Injury timeout, even better, because now the clock stops. Romo time. The birth of Romo time. It could begin here. We have to put DeMarco Murray out for a pass. Come on! Yes! No, Dez sucks! I forgot he can only catch passes in the first half. Oh. Ah, come on, Tony. Do I really want to do this play? Come on, DeMarco! DeMarco! Up the middle! There goes Murray! Come on! 30, 25, 20! And he's tackled inside the 20. What a run for DeMarco Murray. What a spark for this offense. Alright. What's going to happen here? First down and 10. Cowboys need a touchdown to the end zone. Witten touchdown! Touchdown, Jason Witten. What bet did you lose to be playing as the Cowboys? I didn't lose a bet. I've lost games with the Cowboys. I have not won a game with them in Madden 12. Trying to reverse the curse. This game is now a 7-point game with that touchdown. Okay, this is where stars are born. 7 points down, 4 minutes to go. What can the Cowboys defense do? What a tackle by Albright, lifting Chris Gamble off of his legs and slamming him into the Cowboy turf. Let's go. Show your stars this drive, Dallas. Oh, Terrence Newman can't cover a tight end. Witten, Witten, Witten. What am I going to do with you? Alright. Cam Newton out of the shotgun. Tight shotgun set. 4 receivers out. 3:10 to go. Cam making an audible at the line of scrimmage. Making a couple audibles at the line of scrimmage. Cam Newton to pass. Oh, I was in perfect spot for a second. And then Sensabaugh got passed up by LaFell. Lene, I mean. Oh, no. Alright, come on, D. Running some clock now, it seems. I got Sean Lee over here. He's not going to get to him, as Jonathan Stewart once again picks up a first down. Yeah, Raw does start in 10 minutes. That is right. I've got to start getting some rush on him. I agree, guys. I should not have been I should not have been relying on this secondary as much as I have. Not rushing enough, not letting DeMarcus do what he's best at and put Cam's face in the dirt. So what can we do now? 2 minutes to go. Time to earn your star, Tony. And the handoff goes to Stewart. He goes nowhere. DeMarcus Ware is there. Under 2 minutes to go, though. What can the Cowboys pull off? Ah, coverage is getting all messed up. I need Anthony Spencer here. He is running the clock like a smart player. We've got to get Stewart to fumble. 5, 4. He's got to snap the ball. Handoff to Stewart. And he's going to go nowhere. There's DeMarcus Ware again. I'm going to call a timeout. Come on, we need a pass rush. Cam Newton's going to throw. It's not picked. What was it at first down? To get the first down. 4th and inches. What's going to happen here? I'm calling timeout. Just because I'm expecting him to go for it, though. Alright, he's saying field goal block, so it ain't over. It is not over yet. We've still got work to do, down by 2 scores. I should have switched my defense a lot earlier. I don't know why I relied so much on this coverage when clearly there wasn't any coverage. I was not playing his team to its defensive strength, and that's my fault. Minute 6 to go, 1 timeout. What do we got here? Kick back deep. It's not going to go to the end zone, so this is an opportunity. Orlando Scandrick. He's going to get to the 25. So, a minute 2 to go. Tony Romo out of the shotgun. They need a spark. Romo to the sideline. Laurent Robinson can't hang on. That was tough. I'll give him that. Second down and 10. Over the middle. And it's caught by Ogletree. We got to keep going, though. Got to keep going. 50 seconds. Here it goes. Romo going deep. Laurent Robinson almost picked. Oof. .38 seconds. Cowboys need 10 points in a very short amount of time. DeMarco Murray's going to go out. Alright, we got to stretch a field vertically, guys. Come on. Oh no, it's too close to Dan Connor, whoever that is. I didn't want to put him on a slant. I wanted to put him on an in. I know Dallas kickers are not bad, but I need to get in field goal range. I'm going to think about that. Romo. Come on! I just keep throwing it at people that are covered. And it tells me to punt? Are you kidding me? Fourth and 10. One of the last chances in this game. Ogletree makes the catch. It's not over yet, guys. We still got 20 seconds to go. What are you talking about? Let's go. We're going to the end zone this play. No excuses. Tony Romo. Let's go. Let's go. Ends. Well. Alright, what we're going to do here, guys. I am going to kick the field goal with Beeler because he's just got a massive leg. I'm going to kick the field goal, try to get the onside kick. David Beeler's kick, McGee holding, and it is good, so it's 24-17 with 8 seconds to go. So here comes the onside kick attempt. Do they have some life left? David Beeler kicking it. Cowboys need it, and they're not going to get it. It's picked up by LaFell. And he does not fumble. Flag on the play, but unless it's a flag that says we get the ball. Clipping. It was a good try. No heroics in this game. Victory formation for the Panthers. Good game, Cam Newton show. I don't think he's watching the stream, but good game to him. 24-17. I fall short. Fall short that time. Cam Newton is the player of the game. 100% completion percentage. That's how bad my pass defense was. I didn't give up one incompletion. I don't have one. That means a ball never touched my D-back's hands, pretty much, because nothing got tipped in this game. So every pass was on target, and my coverage was piss poor. I gotta charge my controller. A lot of messages in this stream. I'm gonna send him a good game message quick. But he definitely dominated me that game. I was not playing my best football, and I'm still looking for my first win in the Cowboys uniform. Could not stop him. Well, that was tough. I go to 2-1 in this night's stream, and sadly, I'm probably going to call it a night now because I'm about to watch some Monday Night Raw. But I think I should stream some Madden another day this week. I'll see what day is the best for me, and perhaps I'll stream some more Madden. But I'm sorry I'm cutting the stream right now. I've only done 3 community matches. It took up a lot of time to play these games. I want to get around to some other series in this game, but it's now 8 o'clock. Clock has struck 8. And so, guys, I do thank everybody for coming to the stream tonight. It was another great night. I mean, I love doing these live streams. Monday Night Madden was a great idea. I've had fun every time. I love live streaming. I'm going to start live streaming even more. I'm doing a little Fallout thing right now. I'm gonna start streaming more often throughout the week. But I do thank you guys for coming and watching the stream tonight. And so thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Hopefully you enjoyed Monday Night Madden. And I'll see you next week. Monday Night Madden on the 16th. I'll see you there.